Hello and welcome. I'm Raghav, and today in this session we are going to learn collections with AI, and this is going to be very easy and very interesting. We will start with what's a collection, and then we will understand how do we create and run collections step by step. We will also see how we can create variables and then scripts, pre-request scripts, post-request scripts in collection. So all this we will be doing at a collection level, and then we will see how we can use AI with collections to make our work very easy and very efficient. So let's get started, and we will go step by step, and we will also find a quiz at the end of the session. You can take the quiz and let me know your score. So let's see what's a collection. So in Postman, collection is like a folder or a project folder where you can organize and keep your API requests. So if you go to Postman, you will see we have got collections here, and you can keep on creating a lot of collections. You can always click on this plus button and you will find an option to create collection, and here you can see we had created these earlier collections in the earlier sessions, and we have stored all these requests in collection. So based on your project requirements, based on your requirements, if you want to organize some of your requests in some particular separate folders, you can create collections and name your collections, and you can also create folders inside the collections. So you can see this is one collection. If I go to this plus, you can also add folders as well here. So you can see here, if I go to plus, we have options for adding collection, and then I can also click on this star. So if I want to make this collection as favorite and bring it to the top, I will click on this star, and you can see it has come to the top here. Okay, so let's start by creating a new collection. I am going to click on this plus button here and go to collection, and I will just call it, you can give it any name. I will say collections demo, and here as I create a collection, you can see it has come here, and I will click on star, so it will come at the top here. And now you can see you can directly add requests to this collection and also add folders, or you can separately create your requests and then save it to this particular collection. And this collection, you can see here there is an overview, then we have an authorization section. So if you want to add some common authorization to all the requests inside this collection, you can add it here. Similarly, if you want to add some common scripts that should run with every request, before or after every request, you can always add those scripts at this collections script section. The pre-request script will run before the request, and post response will run after we have got the response. So normally we add our test scripts in the post response section. Now these script section you will also find individually in the APIs. For example, if I go to any of the API, you can see we have got this script section here, and we can add post and pre-request and post response scripts. But if you want to add some scripts that should run at a collection level, that is before or after every request in the collection, you can add it here. Similarly, if you want to add a variables at a collection level, you can add it here, and then you can see the runs of the collection here. Okay, so we have created a collection. Let us add some requests to the collection. Now if you want, you can add new requests, or you can also copy the earlier requests. So for example, I will just copy these requests. You can either drag and drop these requests, or to keep a copy here, I will just create a duplicate of these requests. Okay, and I am just going to drag and drop the duplicates in the collections demo. Similarly for post, I will create a duplicate and drag and drop it here. Then I will create one for put as well, and drag and drop it here, and also for delete. Okay, so we have got these requests added to our collection. Okay, now I can run the collection using the collection runner. So if you go here and click on the collections, you will find this run button here. So this is the collection runner. You can go from here, or you can also just go to these three dots on the collection and you will find a option to run. And here we can get all many other options as well. If you want to add a request to the collection or add a folder in the collection, if you want to share the collection or move it, fork it, rename, duplicate, sort or delete, all these options you can find here. And then if you want to create a mock server, we have some more options like creating a mock server, monitor flow, generating tests for this collection, specifications, etc. So all this you can find in these options here. As of now, I will go to the run collection runner, and here you can see we have got a collection runner here. Now here you will see all your requests in the collection here. We can check or uncheck whatever you want to run or skip. And then here you can see there is a section for functional and performance testing. For functional testing, we can select all these options, and if you want to do a performance testing for your collection for all the requests inside the collection, that also you can do. So you can select how many virtual users, duration, load, etc., and you can do a performance test. As of now, we will go to the functional test, and here we have option to either you want to run manually or schedule it for later or run it through CLI. If you say CLI, you will also see the commands that you can copy, and for scheduling you will see the time you can schedule it for. I will select run manually for now. Then we have number of cycles or iterations you want to run. If you want to have some delay between the cycles or iteration, you can add it here. Then if you are using any data file, you can select your data file. Then some advanced settings if you want to persist the response, and stop run if an error occurs, etc. So you can select all these. You can check all the options you want and then click on start run. So it will run all the requests, and you can see it has executed, but there are no tests as of now. So you can see it is saying no tests found, no tests found. So that is because the tests, if you go to any of the request and go to the script section, and in the post response, this is where we add the test scripts. So let us try to add some tests, and before that let us also see variables at collection level. So if you see these requests, all these have this common base URL. So you can see this will is there for every request. This is the common base URL. So I will go to collections here at the collection level and go to variables, and here I will say I will give some name base URL and give the value as this base URL. Okay. Now I can go to the request and replace this part, and I will just give two curly brackets, and as you type two curly brackets, you will see the option for whatever variable you have already added, and it is showing me the option. So I will just click this, and you can see it has added, and you can hover over it and it will show you that it is a collection variable and this is the value. So this is what I will add to all the requests. You can also send the request separately and check if you are getting the response. That means it is working. I will go to the update request and again do the same thing here. For the get request also I will do the same thing, and then delete. I will change this base URL with the variable. So now you can see it is very convenient. So how does it help? For example, the value of base URL changes tomorrow. It becomes something like let's say type code 123. So you will not have to go to all the API requests and change it manually. You will just have to come here at one place and update it. So this is how we can use it. Now also let us confirm. I will again go to the collection runner and I will run it just to check that we are not getting any failures, and yes, everything is fine. You can see we are getting all success codes here. Everything is fine. Okay, so you can also see a grid view here, a list view, and all these details, the environment, iteration, duration, tests, errors, average response time, and you can see all these options here. Now as of now we don't have any tests, so let's create some test scripts, and here you can either create at request level or let us just create for now at a collection level so that it will run for all the requests. Now if I go to collection and go to scripts, and I can add a pre-request script that will run before the request, and here I can add some script like console.log, and I can say sending request, and this should run before every request. And just to confirm, you can run it and check. And to check this, you can go to the console. You will see the console at the bottom here, or you can also go it from here, from tools. You will find here, or let me just click on this console here, and you can see before sending every request, it is saying sending request. Okay, now I'll go back to the collection, and here I can go to AI. You can see here we have AI, and here I can ask AI to create these scripts for me. So let's go to post response, and here let us see how we can use AI to help us with our test creation. So let's say I will say I want to test the status code is 200 and response is not empty. So I will say here, you can see as I have selected collections demo and went to AI, it has already selected the collection demo here. If you want, you can unselect it, but I want it here. I want my question is in the context of collection demo itself, or this collection. So I will say write tests to check the status code is 2xx and response is not empty, and I will hit enter. So you can see it will generate the test for me, and it is saying that this collection has 4 requests, and it is now creating the tests. So whatever you want, you can ask AI, and here you can see here it is running tests on preview collection, so it may take some time. So here you can see there are 8 tests it's created. Let us click on this add 8 tests, so it will generate it. Now if you're using AI, it will be very useful if you know how to give a good prompt. So here you can see all these are created. The following tests have been added to all the 4 requests in the collection demo. So I will just go and check. You can go here to any of the request, and you can see the test is added. So it has added test to check the status code, and the response body is not empty. Here also it has added, for every request it has added this. Now see, if you want you can copy this, or you can cut this particular test which checks the status code is in the range of 200, that is 2xx. You can cut this from all the individual requests, and I will go to the collections level and go to scripts, post response, and I will add it here. So we have one test for each request and one test at a collection level. Let us now go to run section or collection runner, and I will run and check. So you can see this is now running. Okay, so status code and response body is not empty. All this is running fine, and here we can check all this is okay. So everything is fine. All 12 tests have got executed. Now if I go, you can see this is all fine, and this is how we are able to create our test. And you can also take any of the code or any of the script, put it on the AI chat and say explain this code in simple terms, and it will explain it. You can also check why this test is failing. For example, let us go and check. I will go here I will go to this post and I will add something like this, which should fail. And if I now go to the collection runner and I will say run, I think this is here. I will have to save it. Let me check. Okay, this is just the name. I will have to see here, or let me add something, some test like create test to check status code in range 200 to 299. So I am just going to create this test script. And I will just add it for, let's say, the post request, and I will say add, and in the post you can see we have got the test added, and here I will remove this one, and here I will say to be in the range, I will give a different range which will actually fail, and I will go to the collections demo, or let me just go here to this particular request and send, and you can see this one has failed, this one has failed here, and it says status code is in range this and assertion expected range is this. So you can check why this test is failing. So you can check here, why is this test failing, and give the message whatever it is, and you can see this is because the range is different and this is what you should be giving. So you can also check all this with AI. You can also say write test to validate response contains user ID and ID fields, and it will create a test for that. You can check and say ask what's the difference between put and patch, and it will also tell you all that. So basically you can ask any questions based on your need. You can ask it to create scripts or test or any general question, and you can take help of AI, but don't blindly trust it. Always verify the results. So this is how you will become a very good tester with AI. Okay, so we have done all these steps, and we also know how we can use AI with collections, and in general how we can use AI. And we now know that we use collections to organize the APIs, and we can use folders as well inside collections. We have the collection runner which we can use to execute all the requests inside a collection, and we can do a functional testing as well as a performance testing. And then we have variables which we can use to make some fields or values reusable and easy to maintain. Then we have the test scripts to validate responses, and we can add the scripts to add any logic or check anything in our API requests. Okay, so I hope this was useful. You can also take the quiz. You will find the link in the description, and let me know your score. I hope this all was very useful. Thank you for watching, and never stop learning.